We're no strangers to a property canal.
It doesn't work, the hall doesn't work, the garden doesn't work.
Challenges of modern life. Now, more than
Business. We're just zoned, we're just all separate. So
they're where we work, play, exercise.
I very much want to bring the garden.
And our most brilliant bills.
Are you impressed?
I of all shapes and sizes.
To show homeowners. Oh,
look at that.
All in the name of resolving that famous
yes. I'd like to lend a hand now and again.
Today, it's all about our biggest and boldest problems
He needs knocking down starting again.
and complex solutions.
And what's
About peace, with one very important.
Or are you going to list it? When someone hasn't done a build, there are lessons that need to be taken all the time.
Listen, if you're both holding, it'd be absolutely exhausting.
Stressful.
There's a lot of extra homework.
And those decisions have to be
This
taken.
would be to ask your builder at the outset for a list of them and deliver them back to him before he needs them.
Who were ready to take on a big build. After living in their 3-bed semi in Wooded to accommodate a growing family.
3
To the 4 to the 5. Okay.
And then we went. I wasn't.
Age 12, Theo 8, and last but not
With just 3 bedrooms and an extra bedroom.
You need water plaster.
You can't beat it. I mean, you've got excellent, you've got great schools in the neighbourhood as well.
Well, more space for one, but it's also
The open plan nature of it. Just walk through the lounge, get to the stairs, through the lounge, get to the study area. It's just 5 grand.
eating and music practice. There's never a moment's peace.
1 bathroom. I have to get up at the crack of dawn.
Lauren!
We've outgrown it, we need to go. Time to let another.
Not so far.
If you can find a house on the street or, well, I mean,
looks like this one could get interesting.
Pete?
It's a lovely street, isn't it?
hello. Lovely to meet you.
And you.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Come on in, please.
Thank you so much.
My job to fix them.
Whereas I'm on a mission.
Oh, this is it. This is home. The people in the area will have street parties here. We have a cake sale down for children to grow up in. That's why I want to say.
Size.
Yeah.
The boys share.
That's right.
To fit, you know, a family of 5.
To the ground if you need to.
Yeah.
but-
You know,
Thank
we
you.
have been in limbo.
Yeah, 100%.
With us.
It's a dining room, study.
You're going to have to extend into the garden. The garage. Remember, you've got to create an extra. Oh, the clogs are turning.
It's not clogs, it's
Maybe that's where he's been going wrong all these years, trying to get
Phil, listen to that creaking. That is not hook.
Live.
Yeah.
To see.
Yes, you can.
So the must, how and where this house isn't working. Through the living room, come dining room, come study. It's Lauren and Amelia upstairs and the boys are in the lounge. There's so much to do, I fear my 70 grand budget will...
One thing you have to do to this house is extend, but I think basically to here.
My 70,000...
Having been through about 4 different, which I think...
By turning the egg, the old kitchen becomes a study and toilet. And an extension at the back will create space for a fantastic in sight. I'm hoping this clever yet simple...
In terms of what suits your family, what suits you as a... I think this would work.
Ooh,
The 4th bedroom downstairs, who would
so much to think about.
take
You
it?
think that the answer does lie? Tweak it a little bit.
I can see this working and probably a more intelligent use of space than we have at the
Got
moment.
this one.
They had a lot of.
House was not big enough for them. And
They were living in it in a rather complicated way. With big 10%.
I'd go for 15. Sometimes you're not even able to live in the house when it's going on. Stop and start because they run out of money, and that can...
In 2015, one of our first, we weren't quite sure what was in store for us when we travelled, but it was clear from the outset that they are a 4-bed house.
You know, moving in here was the right thing.
And I understand that there's things that might need tweaking.
And while that might be a slight exaggeration, girls, Beth and Kira, who regularly come to stay, Ophelia, who was born in the playroom.
Despite this house boasting a whopping 1,900 over 5 floors.
It's frustrating is this house because the rooms are on all different...
Dawn's desperate to find a house that actually works for her growing, or the perfect location for his favourite pastime.
It's just amazing for astronomy. I can go out in the garden, no problem.
It's not all about dark
Heads, which is exactly why we're here.
Here we are. Good morning.
morning.
Hi, Phil, very nice to meet you.
Hi.
It's in the wrong place, and you have to walk past their laundry.
Right.
Basically, we're outgrowing the size.
I think it's a bit tight, but I think it can work because it's a reason.
I think 90% of their houses, and that if you can much better utilise the space.
To say goodbye to the house as they know it, because Allsop in charge. In 2015, we embarked on one of our biggest in Huddersfield. A leadlock between Dawn and Paul over how to fix the...
Oh, Phil, this is a lovely kit.
See for miles.
Well, you know what I'm about. In this case, the study and the dining room. Comes to the sleeping arrangements.
So what's got a very nice family bathroom? Big bedroom.
Really?
Yeah.
But I'm in the mum and dad's room. What's...
Counts. Have you got a bathroom up there?
No, that's two bathrooms.
Two bathrooms, two bedrooms.
So my challenge is to create more living space over £460,000. I shouldn't budget, but it could give them the perfect and I think I can... It works for you and you don't have to move. My and family space. So that far better plan with the kitchen at its heart. And so reinstating the wall on the next floor will create both an basement. I want to add another loo and make the family room into a... On the second floor, meaning all three children are on the same level, mum and dad.
We'd never even considered
To fit everybody in pleasure.
Back in 2018 in Woodford, a scale renovation project. With Solid, the planning process and finding a builder, the 14 long months, work had finally begun.
It's up and it's full steam ahead. Which has also meant a few changes to the plans. Room instead of Lauren's new bedroom, which will now be in the leaving a sitting area in its place, and the dining table.
It was kind of taking the best of Kirstie's plans and add to it.
So the build is plastered and painted. The end is amazing, massive transformation. I'm here to help them tie their new space together. What's going to happen about curtains?
Well,
Because they knew you were
so
coming.
we all kind of came in. I'm on display to the whole world.
They can see us.
Yeah. So, but how you do that for
Line them. If it's lined, it's going to be something here, okay, which...
Yeah.
And someone comes in and out with food. Curtains that are too thick next to the windows. Choosing a linking theme or colour palette will help connect. But I find starting with the basics is always helpful.
Oh gosh. Yellow.
Sit with grey.
I picked up a card and it says like that.
There we are.
We got there.
Extension and garage conversion be the only easy decision they've had so far. Over in Huddersfield, head with Kirstie's ambitious plan to address...
Don, Dawn and Paul have decided to go for it. £80,000 if needed. Be reused. It's just everything else that's going. Dawn's feeling a little stressed about the changes.
to the left of me, and even the sight of that is making...
Dawn's not alone. Most people undergoing may be worth it. Waited, Paul.
I think I look forward to coming back and Dawn having her mind changed and saying, you know...
But once you've seen the houses I've got in store for you... Willocks took on Kirstie's plans to transform their home.
This house, because the rooms are on all different levels. It's like herding.
Weeks into a build that spanned 5 floors of protect shape, it was time for her to return from...
While we wanted to keep the original kitchen, we've had you one.
The kitchen itself is 6,000.
Very. Dawn, I have no doubt about your effect. The additional expense doesn't end there. At Dawn and Paul's request, adding another 18. The biggest challenge is definitely this space. What was truly unlocked? So why, I ask?
I suppose had.
I know what you mean about the house, but you have the view.
Yeah.
Phil is out there, working his little fingers to the bone. I promise you that when it is finished, utterly, completely dazzled. I know so. But what's exciting? Oh,
She has so far, but there's a decision. To the big question, as it was full steam ahead with couldn't give them the much needed second bathroom, everything on their wish list. 2 bathrooms, if they were willing to move.
Terence's argument, his spirit's fantastic. But the reality is... Oh, hi folks. Jump in.
Houses are hard to find, but against the odds, I think I've the right option.
Got a bit of a road trip, but I've got a full... But I think it would be worth timing the journey. If you got a scan on your text.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Science and key.
Onto the table. So I'm not leaving. No. 42 seconds. Okay, no, this is good.
Not just good, Terence. I found you the police house sits on a spacious plot in the heart of a Dunfor.
That is on the market. Sentiments, exactly. You know what? It gets even better inside.
It's on for £775,000, which could make this 4-bed house within budget. Family kitchen diner, offering almost 50 apples. Also,
We have a smart... We have the kids' playroom. Then we have the dining area.
Oh my gosh. It's a TARDIS.
I think you might be right, Terence.
a well-kept garden and a seating area. Perfect.
This is gorgeous. The kids would adore this.
I am in bed.
Kids can muck about. You can have barbecues with friends.
Why does somebody want to leave this house?
Come on, let's get in.
I have the separate spaces she craves.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it's that she'll be handcuffing herself.
Amazing. You can fit a part.
In the bag.
Were you to change your life?
We'll still be able to see Athens and Nade's face.
You better get that for sale, boy. Just as I'd hoped, because now they're
Now to make the right decision.
I couldn't agree more.
So how do you think today's going to pan out then?
Phil, I feel that I have 100% of its transport.
From my end, there was a place there. It'll be an interesting day to see how it all plans out.
But as always, Phil...
Oh, properly, otherwise you'll insult my parking.
Beautiful parking, Phil.
Thank you, Emma.
Oh, I do love this house.
And the changes.
One would never have imagined there was a garage.
No.
Hello, good morning.
See you.
I can't.
How this?
And the first stop is the former kitchen. And a cramped, tired kitchen it wasn't recognisable. And he giving the boys their own rooms.
You've transformed.
Over there is where the old garage used to be. But by replacing throughout, it has become the private, grown-up...
Yeah.
And
They don't all work
they
as
don't
well
all work as well. The challenge in the way the house started was that mayhem ensued.
Yes.
I'm just thinking back now.
2 rooms, but I can see there's been significant change with the defining factor, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
And so you should be, Phil. Because this transformation...
This looks rather good, doesn't it? Wow.
and failing to be all things to all men. Music room. Now, it's been into an incredible... They've installed large sliding glass doors to help flood.
What have you done with the stairs? And now, oh, crikey, okay.
So the header...
So it's not a thoroughfare anymore.
And the extension.
Isn't it?
Wow. Really, really smart. I need to find out what you're going to do.
Keely and Terence even had a chance to make an offer. Home available to them within their budget if they...
Your budget was 80...
A little bit, maybe.
Maybe.
Going slightly over budget was always a possibility.
But basically, give or take, worth.
Not speculate to accumulate kind of spend. In that respect, it's priceless.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
Keely, are you going to love it?
We're going to.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Telling when you sit down at the table when people do a project.
I didn't love the house we had before. It was really stressful. It didn't.
Yes.
And we took the stress out. And
Brilliant. It's really lovely. It's really lovely to see you all happy. Right. A really big build. You have come up with some remarkable time in and time out. You've done a lot.
So, for every house I've seen another filofax. It's a filing system for...
Good filing system, if that's the case. And some of your
Who
suggestions...
is this man? And what has he done with Phil Spencer?
We haven't got a key kitchen, we haven't got a fridge. Oh, yes,
Oh, it's so shocking.
In Woodford, Kirstie can figure the downstairs layout paid off.
It's rather good, isn't it? Wow.
But it's
The house, really.
I was feeling confident Dawn and husband Paul that would give them the case. I had a budget of 550 grand to find, as well as a location that would allow amateur astronomer Paul. We're just 10 minutes from the city centre.
To the entire way.
Wow.
This grade 2 listed property offered them and at 530 grand, it was comfortable and vast array of living space. The layout
Hiddly-pickledy, but there's hiddly-pickledy and then there's hiddly-pickledy.
this, a sudden illness in the family, meant Dawn and
Really poorly, which was really unexpected because he's incredibly fit and healthy. Feature in our minds is the need for pets.
now my top priority. I chose a house, the space, that Paul enjoyed looking at.
Most important thing has been the kids actually comes a bit second, and views actually come a bit second.
Definitely.
I wanted to really honestly and openly set the scene before all hell's going to break loose.
Oh, is it?
More than that, as there's 6 reception rooms, 5 double bedrooms, and incredibly,
Okay.
Lots to see, lots to it.
their feet.
From here, there's 6 reception rooms. You could have a playroom.
We're together, not separate.
And a few other enticements.
It is, isn't it?
But the real question
I don't like you.
Absolutely lovely to bits.
It's a bit amazing, this place. Like me?
Yeah.
No, yeah, of course I was.
we'll have one more surprise in store.
Come this way.
I noticed this, but I didn't know what it
Guess what's through there?
This is not
Gonna make it sing and dance.
Our very own one-bedroom apartment.
Your parents could come and stay, could come and live. It had to be
self-contained.
self-contained.
We've done tomorrow. Definitely. You married me.
To take on board in one go, because there's a lot. Didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
By the looks of things, this house may even be good enough.
Dawn and Paul. And the house.
The day, Dawn and Paul, after 10 weeks of major renovation, taking them to the
to offer. Hopefully now they can decide once and
big day, Phil. I know. You think you have it in the bag. I know you do. Hello. Hello. Phil has done his best to win Paul over, the person I'd open plan living where the family could be together. Transforming the 3 rooms into 400 square feet of family space. That brand new kitchen.
Big, impressive space.
Single room has been altered.
what's it actually like living in here now?
Absolutely, spot on. It's warm, it's
It's sat here, and then you can sit and sort of break. And I think by knocking the walls
Up has completely transformed what was an unused and, more importantly, an intimate living room that Dawn, Paul and... It was also my ambition to give everyone their own thing about the fact that all of the bathrooms were on the 4th floor, both a study and a guest room, and the twins. Then on the 4th level, I tell him what's going on and he just doesn't concentrate. This into the children's floor. The boys' room, second bathroom, has become Ophelia's room. Something every parent should have. Their very own. Reconfiguring all 5 levels of this house, I've also... So what was once thin air is now the glass balustrade, giving this family yet another...
Well, welcome to Yorkshire.
It's that, isn't it? Priceless.
It is priceless.
Increased the value of this property by 75 grand. And that certainly wasn't the case before.
And enjoy the garden and enjoy the view.
And the weather.
Like me, Dawn and Paul clearly love the
And in fairness, Phil, you've inspired them with some pretty...
is helping these two to answer one question.
Or are you going to list it?
We're not going to work for us in the very long term.
Without a doubt, these two have made the right decision put in place. Because if Dawn's parents do live, Kirstie's bold vision and incredible build, are stunning views.
Out of doing that build, they went on and did. They moved into town, so certainly no telescope action.
No. Super cool.
Yeah. Dawn's mum and dad are now gone to town. Good for them.
DIY show gets a fresh lick of paint. Anna Richardson and tonight, a home in Harrogate's about to get that.